All right, hello, greetings, hello, welcome, hi. It's your boy Tune, Doctor the Tunes. You're now tuned in for another episode of Tune TV with your boy Doctor Tune, and I'm joined with a special guest today. We got Keontae Norman in the building. Hey,
Yo, what's popping, yo?
yeah, it's all good. All right, so shout out to all the listeners. I got a project out. Keontae got a project out. Just want to get a shout
Mm-hmm.
out, just to promote us. Ain't no promotion like shameless self promotion, if you will. So I got a
What's up? What's up?
project. Let me see, pull that up real quick. And then we're gonna get into it. Hope everybody's keeping warm. We on the Atlanta side of things, and it's been snow. It's Snowlanta. Shout out to the homie December. That's what it is now. He done
Great.
spoke it existence. Yeah.
I'm saying
So
it's
that's my
another ice age.
you dig. So that's my Tay TMB. I got
Hey.
a little 12 tracks on it, something light for y'all, a little 30-minute listen. We also got the Norm 3 EP with the
Mm-hmm.
home Ante Norm. We giving
Mm-hmm.
y'all different feels from he got some soul and some, old school hip hop type sounds. And
You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
yeah, and just check it out. You feel me? Just but F with the people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah. Now moving forward, we're gonna go straight into album reviews right now. So I'm gonna start off with the new Lil Baby. And I have a hot take for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been up on the up and up, doing his own thing. My first thoughts are as follows. He also put out a deluxe. In general, I feel like with Lil Baby, right? This album was really a crossroads for him, right? He had two choices. He was either gonna just not underperform like he did with the last album that a lot of people didn't like. Let me see if it is here. It only shows features. Feature release. It's only me. I ain't like that. That wasn't it for me. That wasn't doing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? And then he also took a break. And also the issue with taking a break is people will always assume you fell off just because you took a break. Now
Right.
he probably did a world tour. He also before that he did Voice of the Heroes. He did that. He was on a double tour. He was booked and busy. And then after that, he got kids who went to go raise his kids. So that's what he had to do. He had to go take care of business, family business. And then but
Big business.
from the audience point of view, it might look like he fell off, but I don't think he necessarily fell off. I mean, I think the Wham did 140K first week, which first week sales shouldn't be the
That's
barometer
pretty good.
or not successful. I don't feel like first week sales are it, but he still
Yeah.
did good. So I'm gonna give him credit. He did do good. It's not like he flopped or anything. But do I like the music particularly? It's only so. It's better than It's Only Me, but it's not as good as My Turn. So I give it about a 5, 6, light
True
7. You
shit.
feel me? 6.5 to 7. And that's my personal take. Before I go any deeper, Keontae, how
But
you feel about it?
well, personally, for the Lil Baby album, some recent listens and everything, the Wham project, the Wham song was pretty good. There are a couple other songs on the project too that were pretty strong too. He had a couple strong, really really strong features and everything. You know that. But me personally, opinion, everything. The album was like, as far as his part and everything, was kind of like lackluster as everything from like Lil Baby part, because a lot of the project itself was kind of carried by like the production and the artist on my end. Honestly, the songs weren't bad, and like there were a couple of songs where like honestly, Lil Baby did pretty good. Which I guess like some artists kind of like fall into like this little thing where it's like I don't know what it is about like the last kind of like later half of the album starts to be
That's what it
a
gets
lot
good, right?
harder than the. Yeah, I'm saying like around like track 6 or 7, they start to pick up they stride with a 12, 15 track out, and that's not really the best thing you want to go ahead and do, I guess. But to each his own on that part. But overall, the album wasn't bad. The album was pretty good. Seeing a lot of the features came through. The production on it was really really good. Lil Baby did not so good in the beginning half for me personally, but then like in the later half of the album, he picked it up. So I know if I had to give it like a 1 out of 5, I had to give it like probably like a 3. I give it a 3.
All right, so if we're doing stars, you get 3 stars from me. It gets a good 6.5
Mm-hmm.
to 7 on the regular album. Now for the deluxe, he had to call in some more help. He got Future to go just help him out a little bit, which I thought was a highlight. If you adding 4 more songs, you had a good feature
Mm-hmm.
from Future. The Future feature, I feel like that helped it. Might bump it up to solid 7 with the deluxe, just because I like that song 99 that much. All right, so if we're gonna go through track by track. Listen Up was a decent intro. It's okay. It is what it is. All right. Dumb, Dumber, Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber, I think, was a standout track. Mainly because we ain't heard from Thug. He free now. We done free Thug. And he talking about being free on the tape. I feel like that was a standout track. Really helped carry, if you will. And also Future's verse was crazy. So it's really feature heavy. Now, F you 2 times, don't like that song. I promise I don't like that song. All right, so but Redbone with Glorilla, I like that song. So that's another feature saver that so Glorilla had to come in and save it too. I ain't even like Lil Baby's part on the song at all. I only listened to Redbone for Glorilla because Glorilla is on a generational run now, female rap, and she's doing her thing. I gotta give her props. Love her last album. She went crazy. Now she had to carry Lil Baby too. Had to carry the baby in the cradle, if you will. You feel me? So that's what she had to do. And then you had Rod Wave on the By Myself, and Rod Wave had to then carry the baby on the baby song. But I didn't like Ryla Rodriguez's verse, if I'm being real. He was kind of he could have done with or without him. He's there, he exists, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love the beat, love the production, I like the songwriting. Lil Baby's verse was okay. He did his thing. Do for a Win was okay. Stiff Gang, hate that song. So Sorry, love that song. So then this is where the album starts getting hard. Around the 8, 9 range. Do for a Win, I think is okay. Stiff Gang didn't like that. So Sorry, love that song. Love that song. One of the best. If you're gonna do a girl song, if Lil Baby gonna do the girl songs, that's the type of Lil Baby I like to hear personally. Though I do think that he often tries to shoot for a certain sound that is like he's trying to keep repeating, like Emotionally Scarred, like keep trying to hit again with that, and he hasn't been able to do it. I'm sorry, he just hasn't been able to do it. Maybe it's because of the radio push or just because of the marketing. I don't know. I like this song though. So Sorry is a real good song. And then Stuff by Travis Scott's a good song. Again, mainly due to Travis Scott. I ain't gonna lie. The Travis Scott aura, the beat, the production, all that, giving Travis Scott what he want.
Yeah.
I like that. It was great. I fuck with it. Say Twin, hate that song. Why'd he preview it? This is the worst song. This is one of the worst Lil Baby songs I've ever heard in my life. And he previewed it like it was hot. And it wasn't him. Like, he ain't got no friends. Obviously, he ain't got no friends. Tell him, hey, this one ain't it. But this song's good. This song's good. This song's good. All right. So Free Promo was okay. Outfit by 21 Savage is good. Mainly because, again, the 21 Savage verse was hard as fuck. That's why. And I really like the beat. I like the beat in the 808 on that. That's really what did it for me personally. And then the last 2 songs, Drugs Talking and Streets Colder, were okay. They were good. This concludes the regular album, right? The regular album is done now. Now for the deluxe part, really love that 99 song Future. Haven't checked it out, highly recommend. Future did it again, folks. It's Big Future. Stop playing with him, you dig? So
ATL,
right, big ATL. All right, so Idol and Running This Shit is okay. It's okay. But My Shawty at the end, I really like that song too, like the production. And that really concludes the Lil Baby part. So most of the songs I like are the featured songs. I'm not going to hold you. So Sorry is the one Lil Baby song, Stand By Yourself, that I did like. And it was a girl record, right? So I feel like if he's going to do that, he might just need to do an album, a girl record album. If he's going to do more songs by himself, I ain't going to lie. That's really what it might have to be. I ain't going to hold you. So that's how I feel about that in general. But a good like 6 to 7. Now I had to do a deep dive. Why do I like My Turn so much? And I don't like his later works, right? There has to be a reason. I think I found the reason, folks. So let's go through and look through the credits and see if we can't find the real reason why. So if we go to My Turn credits, I said tune. I can't spell. If I go to My Turn's credits, right? We go and we go to see Big Tune. All right, so we go through his credits, right? We can see that on the track listing. Let me see. On the track listing, the songs that you really like, number one had Gunna. Gunna was another thing. I feel like the falling out of Gunna and Lil Baby due to the legal situation with Young Thug has a profound impact on his career. Also from Lil Baby, he even said that he can't rap about what he used to rap about prior to because of all the RICO charges going around. He does not feel safe to just rap freely. So maybe that's another reason he feels artistically constrained into what he wanted to do versus what he can do now. All right, ain't no 4-2 Doug too. Where's 4-2 Doug? We need and then what I like though, you dig? So another thing is on My Turn, a lot of songs I like from My Turn had Twisted Genius on it. Twisted Genius and Tay Keith. Twisted Genius and Tay Keith are not on the new album. So we had Twisted Genius on Living Off the Closet with Future. Love that song. On Same Thing. I love that song. We have Twisted Genius on Emotionally Scarred, classic song. We have Twisted Genius on Forever with Lil Wayne. We also have Twisted Genius on Something to Prove. And I love that song. So if we really breaking it down, we miss a Twisted Genius. I don't know. Lil Baby need to call Twisted Genius. Maybe that's the reason. Now, Weezy still has songs I like on this album, right? Weezy was on We Should. Weezy was on let me see. Actually, ain't that much Weezy on. Let's be real. I'm not gonna say Weezy is the problem. I'm not gonna go there. Because I like Weezy. A lot of the songs I even like on Wham is Weezy beats. So let me not say that is the reason. But I do feel like Lil Baby raps different. He raps different on Twisted Genius beats. So that remains to be seen. All right, so Weezy did Dumb and Dumber with Juke Wong. I don't know. Love that beat. I love By Myself he didn't do, and Redbone he didn't do, and the Redbone beat was okay. And then Stiff Gang was an okay song, but the Southside did it. It's hit or miss. Crazy Mob, So Sorry. I love that song. Weezy didn't do it. Stuff. Weezy did Stuff. I love Stuff though. I love Stuff. It's stuff. I love that song. All right. So I'm not saying this to say Weezy did not do a good song. He did 99. I love this. The redeeming songs are Weezy beats. Weezy has been out of here. He's been out of here and will continue to be out of here. You feel me? Weezy out of here. You know, but I do feel like we are missing Twisted Genius. Twisted Genius was the missing component, and I feel like that is the reason. Now, if we want to hear from Lil Baby himself to say why he can't rap like how he used to rap, we will hear from him. Let me see. Lil Baby interview with recently did a podcast with Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty's been going through some things. We're gonna get into that. Pretty much, if you ever look for Safe Space, he broke down that he can't rap how he used to rap. Pretty much, he can't rap how he used to rap because the situation is simply different. He's in a different space in his life, and that's just how he is. Let me see if I can get the actual clip. If I can't get the clip, then I do recommend y'all watch this interview. It's very insightful to how Lil Baby himself is conducting himself. Okay, look, boom.
This put me through. Like even this, like you know how you always call like maybe this on the internet, or you got like a bad narrative on the internet. I really appreciate the way everything has shifted for me. And why I'm saying that because like I never would have took rap serious if nobody went like Baby fell off or Baby this, because I never really took it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't put my all in music yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That right there, like I feel like God wanted me to be like, hey, you need to lock it.
So he admits that he didn't care. He didn't care after you can almost argue it's only me. He didn't give a fuck. He even is admitting he didn't give a fuck. You feel me? So that's I want people to consider, as well as why the album turned out the way it did and different concepts behind that. So that's that on that. Lil Yachty cut his hair. Is that news? I don't know. If you want to talk about it, cool. All right, so all right.
Hey, look,
He,
it
he has
grows,
to
got it.
he has to rebrand personally. I feel like due to the backlash he's been receiving with him and the Caribou situation. If you want to go into that before I get into another review, we can get into that real quick. So pretty much Caribou and Lil Yachty been beefing essentially. They have had their own they've been going back and forth with pretty much fake exposing each other, and that had led to Caribou recently released her own track recently, as well as some other things.
The new $7 Lux.
All right, brought to you by 2TV. Big Tune. Listen to me.
Big Tune TV.
Hey, listen to Keontae Norton new shit. Listen to us. We
Yeah,
are.
I know I'm right here.
All right, so where is this happening? I don't want to be a member.
Lying. You lied. Also, you're a bitch. I'm not going for it no more. Promise you I'm not. It's one thing to talk shit, but you are lying. You lied. Also, you're a bitch.
Text back in the group message talking about, you're a loser. You're a bird. Get your own flight. Oh, wait, you can't because you're broke. Like, I got the screenshot.
Wait, what? You know, you would think as time went on about this whole Yachty and Caribou.
So that's pretty much they're basically saying like he does use manipulation tactics to keep her around while she was on the lane. Now, we can whether or not they had a relationship. They go that far. Let's say it was just business, right? You did certain things to dangle the carrot. If you stop going for that, that's when you start acting a certain way. That's how I feel.
Or yesterday that I have so much music and I'm so proud of myself, but I can't drop it. Why am I in trouble for telling the truth?
Who's mad?
You're gonna say I'm running to the internet to talk down on you. I said, I didn't even say your name or nothing. He said, but you're signed to me. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut up. Fucking crying. Shut the fuck up. And you know what? Honestly, I've been quiet this whole fucking time. You talk about me running to the internet, you big.
And I do agree. She has been quiet, relatively quiet, up until it got to the point where Yachty started saying whatever. Then she started responding. Then they started going back and forth. So I feel like on her end, she actually has been quiet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Dumb. You went on Instagram Live and literally lied to your 12 million followers saying I don't write my music.
So I'm guessing she's saying that Yachty had.
I mean, to be fair, there are enough evidence to report that she did not write all of her music. So, I mean, it's not like you wrote all of your music. That's a little disingenuous. You did not write everything. There are things you wrote. There are things you did not write. You had help sometimes. You did not have help other times. I wasn't in the studio. I can't tell you which is which. But I mean, on the radar, you didn't write that. On the radar, you didn't write like Lil Yachty had teeth for you. You did not write that. Other things you write, I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Message her after.
I have so much music. I'm proud of myself, but I can't drop. I just really had the nerve to say, it's one thing to talk shit, but you were lying. You lied, tomato bitch. Also, you're a bitch because you get into it with grown men. Like, what's that nigga, Bima or whatever? And then that other nigga, whoever he was on Instagram Live was talking about New York and Atlanta fashion. You got in an argument with them because then he went on Instagram Live to cop please and say sorry and shit. But you can't do that with me. A female who you lied on, who was your best friend. You're weird, bitch. So since you already think I'm an internet and all this weird shit, like, let me just go ahead and just do that for you. Like, let me go ahead and like tell everybody what you want. I'm not going for it no more. I promise you I'm not. Not going. Literally playing with me, playing with my money, my opportunities, my face, like lying on my name, discrediting my work. Like, so should I speak up for myself or should I continue to get big?
You already own it. You might as well speak up now.
That's how I feel too. You already done got started. Don't tease me now. But
I understand.
How I feel about it though is like, all right, boom. She goes on to say more, pretty much about how the dangling the carrot tactics. She did a lot of dangling of the carrot tactics were done in the sense of like, oh, I'll give you this opportunity, I do this. Oh, you pull up here and boom. But she was still able to drop a single. So you was I don't know what conversation y'all had before. Maybe you aired them out and you felt embarrassed. You can drop, but you're able to drop now. So I don't know how true it is that you couldn't drop. If you could drop now, maybe discussions were had. That's entirely possible. Negotiations were had. Discussions were had.
Deals were made.
Yeah, deals were made. Maybe that's the case. Or not. I don't know.
For the nigga to say I'm on this internet shit really got me hot because this whole 6 months I've been going through it real bad. All them people been doing me real crazy. And I ain't said nothing. And that's not even like me. But I just didn't want to go to war with powerful people. I should have said something.
Okay, that makes sense.
The fucking audacity.
And that's fair though. When you're in a position like that, you know, you're not the person with the connections. Yachty is the one with the connections. You're not the one with 8 years in the game. Yachty's the one with 8 years in the game. You feel me? So it's, you know what I'm saying? You in a damn if you do damn you situation type shit. So she did what she had to do. Did she handle it the best? No. But honestly, I don't know how I'd answer it. If somebody shelved me, bro, I'm making a new artist and dissing them immediately. I'm not Dr. Tune. I'm Tune Doctor, and I'm dissing you immediately. I'm getting into the booth, and I'm dropping it just about every day. I'm not stopping like that. That's a me though. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, yo, Prince dropped a symbol on them people.
Right. I'm Tune of the Doctor, and I'm about to start dissing you every day until like you release me. That's how I personally feel. But I don't know how y'all feel about the Caribou situation. What do you think she should have did? There's a lot of things like I don't know what she could have really did. You feel me? Like I don't know what she could have did. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like she in a kind of stuck situation. Now moving forward in her career, she should do her best not to continue to make enemies, and she should do her best to try to just, you know, put her best foot forward, because according to Lil Yachty, she was mean to assistants. She was mean to people under her, which probably learned from Yachty how Lil Yachty talks to people, how he does people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, apple doesn't fall far from the tree in my personal book, but we'll see how that continues to go from there. You see how Lil Yachty don't got Mitch with him on the podcast no more. He dropped that nigga because he wasn't willing to defend and do whatever he had to do and stick his neck out for Yachty, so he had to get axed. He had to get the fuck on. I don't know who's around.
Everybody love that podcast.
A lot of people like that podcast too, especially they like Mitch's perspective. Where's Mitch? Is Mitch doing a podcast? He probably should have. He probably should have immediately started his own podcast and did his own thing. Probably sucked up the cloud off of it, like Rory and Mal did with Joe Budden. That's kind of how you have to move. If the industry moves fast, you got to move with it. Goddamn it, you feel me? That's kind of how I feel. But you know, not
the realest.
Right. But what do you think she should do moving forward?
Shoot, moving forward, she just got to focus on the music, focus on the craft, and just focus on keep going. Just keep moving, because honestly, all that is going to be what it's going to be. That's going to be his thing. There's always going to be ego in the game. There's always going to be somebody trying to hold the key. Somebody going to be dangling the carrot. Always going to be time. Only thing you can do is just focus on what you can do and yourself. And if you really want to do this, then keep going forward with it. But, you know, that's if you want to keep going with it. Like, you know, if you have a passion for it and all that stuff. If you have passion for other things, you can still use that to keep, you know, doing what you do. But the first thing she got to do is just keep focusing on herself. She's too focused on like what has happened and what will happen. Yachty's not focused on that. He's already dropping more singles as we speak. So
right. 1,000%. He already done dropped. He done cut his hair. He rebranding. He dropping new singles. He
got a new Caribou.
He got a new Caribou. Goddamn, for all I know. You feel me? So that's that with that. All right. So SZA, she put out Lana. And I've been listening to Lana. I do to say like I feel like this should have been its own album, low key. I mean, it's like 15 songs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a good 15 little song before you get into. I like the 30 for 30. I like What Do I Do?
Yeah.
I like a lot of these songs. They're a little short, but I still like them a lot. I personally want to tip my hat off. Yeah, I tip my hat off to the engineer. Cause I know there was like some report where he ain't sleep for like a week trying to get right, trying to mix this shit, trying to make sure, hey, we doing these songs, shorty. I'm finishing. So you know, I'm also on the engineering tip. I'm an artist, I'm a producer, I'm an engineer. On the engineer tip, my heart can only go like if I'm sleep. They said he only slept like an hour a day or some shit, or like in 3 days he like slept out. I did a little 10-minute power nap real quick. Back in the stew, right? You know what I'm saying? Like command 3, command space. 3, record, you know what I'm saying?
That is terrible.
You know what I'm saying? If homie is alive, salute that nigga, man, because I love how it sounds. I honestly think this was mixed better than the rest of the SOS. So if you listen to the Deluxe and you listen to the rest of SOS, it just sounds like a richer quality. And I love how the guitar sound, the bass sound, the drum sound, like everything sound like her voice. Love everything they did. Only thing I would say is some of these songs are short. You see, most of these are at the 2 minute to 3 minute, you know, type of area, you know what I'm saying? But with some exceptions. Outside of that, though, I really like the release. I really like what everybody did. Love the Kendrick verse. Love all that. So yeah, what do you think?
I like the project itself, but mostly from the perspective on what you're talking about too. The engineers, the productions, the the writers, the features, and everything, all of that. Even the promo itself was all smooth and everything. If she had a hand in that, congratulations to her. I'm not 100% sure that she did. I think she more or less just like kind of leaned on the creative team for a lot of that, and then a lot of like the other parts and stuff too. Even like when the deluxe dropped, the first thing I saw was like I like the creativity to it when she was like out in the woods and she had like looked like she was like taking a dump out in the woods.
Right.
I was like, hey, look,
When she
what
had the
I'm saying? You'll see a lot of. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it gives like a camp aesthetic, which I kind of like, wilderness, like nature, camp aesthetic, it builds to the feel of the album and everything. But it's just, it kind of gives like a sour taste, especially with all the news that come out after that.
Yeah, even after the release, she wanted some mixes fixed. She even tweeted it out. I said, "Oh God, this engineer ain't gonna get no rest. Oh my God, that homie ain't gonna sleep. He'll get no rest. God damn, he had like the mix
Like an
on track
hour
3.
sleep,
I spent
which is
72 hours
unheard of.
making this.
2 hours.
You feel me? What you mean you don't like track 3? I spent my whole life on track 3.
Terrible.
Right. So I love the tape though. It's great. I'm excited for whatever SZA has going on. I know she had some issues with her in Punch. I don't know to what extent. I just know like I think her deal is up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all it is. Like she said, SZA is her own toughest critic. That was in 2023. I believe that. I believe she's real hard on herself when overthinks, which as a creative, we're all prone to do. That's not it's not that's not specific to SZA, right? Like, so
Yeah, it's not unheard of.
Right. So she said it's the end of an era. She said she has 2 more albums left in her deal. She's also 35. She's probably over being famous and shit. She's probably over just the public spotlight and touring and all those possibilities. She also is a superstar. She got 4 Grammys. Like, she's really her for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? This generation, like, she's close to like this generation, Erykah Badu mixed with like Jill Scott on some, but like at a way higher, not higher than Erykah Badu level. Maybe a little above her, peaking above or around like bubbling around that era. And she has a lot of, she has a great team behind her. But, I also think like how TDE is, you have like their standard for quality so high that like, it's probably a lot just to get, her to do what she got to do. It's probably a lot for her to get approved to drop. It's probably really stressful in general. So as you said, they haven't missed. Most of their releases are misses from the big 4 and SZA. Everybody else in, Lance Skywalker in, like I ain't impressed. Like, you feel me? But the rest, the niggas we know, the Black Hippie and SZA, and also Isaiah Rashad too, great releases. They have most of their artists.
Awesome releases.
Yeah, most of their artists awesome releases. Yeah, most of my 2010s is TDE listens. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't listening to that many other people. Feel me? Like, that's who I was listening to. That's feel me. So shout out to her. She's been on a great run. She said she wants to just go live in the countryside after she done and,
make children's music. Yeah,
right. Make children's music, and more power to her. She's entirely entitled to do that, and I hope she
100%
and her happiness in doing that, because that spotlight is not for the weak. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the Kendrick album that came out, GNX. I haven't been on this pod for a minute. I'm about to get back. New year, new me, new pod. You did, but GNX,
TV.
Big Tune TV. I have nothing else to say, but this is a 10 out of 10 album, and I love every verse. I love every beat, every transition. There's nothing I don't like about this album. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have anything negative to say about this album. Favorite song, Reincarnated, and Heart Part 6. Those 2 probably my two favorite songs. They really like evoke a lot of emotion in me. Love the Spanish interplay throughout the songs. Like Whacked Out Mirrors. Love Squabble Up. Love Luther. I just love this album. I ain't gonna lie. I love the West Coastness. I love the West Coast isms and how you went back to the West Coast. And I love what she did. Now, shots have continued to be thrown post this Drake and Kendrick beef. we have Drake putting out Fighting Irish. And it's cool. Like, it's a Drake song. It sounds nice. He sounds like he's really dissing LeBron for real. He sounds like there's a couple verses where he's like, "Oh, let me look up the lyrics." Like he's like, "Oh, you're supposed to be my homie, but you were front row at the show." Like, all right, bro. We have to acknowledge like Drake a little sensitive, but he also has to acknowledge that like Drake, like just because you doesn't mean I have to fuck with you, but you fuck with me. Like, you feel me? Like, just because you tab me don't mean I have to give you unconditional respect and whatnot. Also, the fact is like LeBron has always listened to both artists. He's always listened to both Drake and Kendrick at about the same rate whenever they both release. So like what? Like I don't get it. So let me go bar for bar. The World Fun Loving Gimmicks from Brothers Got, and even my brothers got tickets. People say the brother is LeBron. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know shit personal to us. It wasn't just business. I feel you, bro. It wasn't just business, bro. It wasn't just business because you lost. That's really what it is. Like, if we're being real. I ain't even gonna go the rest of the list. Ain't that deep. I just know that was it. And let me see. God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. All that brother asks is if we discovered a sibling. You feel me? Like that was all these were at LeBron. And then you had academics talking about how LeBron used to go to Toronto and Drake will fly the things out. And that's neither here nor there. Also a text message leaking of the what Universal did to Drake is like if Nike put out that LeBron cheated on his wife. I don't know, bro. Like he in a dark space. I ain't gonna lie. Homie needs therapy. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. True. And he either need to go away or he need to go and be a pop star. He need to do one or the other. Because you in the lyrical ring and you haven't been doing too well. I ain't gonna lie. My body is ready whenever the Super Bowl comes. What will Kendrick do? He can do Not Like Us with just the band. He don't even got to rap. He can just do the band, and that's enough. That's all he got to do. And that's enough for me. I ain't gonna lie. And then he got turn TV off. He got TV off. He get transition from that into TV off. And you already know.
And that's just this part.
What'd you say?
We already talking about this. That's just the diss part. We ain't talking about the set. The set probably gonna be awesome by itself, but we just like the stuff that certain people are looking for. He definitely gonna deliver.
Yeah, just the verse. You already know Money Tree's gonna come out. J-Rock gonna be popping out that bit. You already know he's gonna have all of Black Hippie out in that bitch. They're gonna be teed up. You feel me? West Coast the fuck up. Everybody gonna be crip walking in that bitch. It's gonna be crazy. Honestly, we are ready. We are prepared. And hey, maybe Lil Wayne might pop up because they done pieced it up. Maybe we might get one. Now if Wayne pops up, Drake probably gonna be by himself. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what he gonna do. He gonna homie gonna lose his mind. I ain't gonna lie. That's it's gonna be tough, bro.
I feel bad for the people who gonna be watching the Super Bowl with. That's it.
Yeah. I didn't even think he allowed to play the Super Bowl at his house. I ain't gonna lie. He gonna be like, that's an American anyway. I'm Canadian. We do Canadian football over here. That's probably what he gonna be doing. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, and I like Drake. I like recent Drake music. I like classic Drake music. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I like Drake, but you feel me? He keeps shooting himself in the foot. Nobody like, and it's like, okay, maybe he has some of the best friends in the world telling him what to do, what not to do. But at the end of the day, he's a grown ass man making his own decisions. This is what he wants to do. This is how he chooses to conduct himself, and that's just what it is. He got to bite the bullet. Feel me? Like that's what it is. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't transition into Joey Badass getting his shit off, talking about the Rulers back and dropping his own diss track, pretty much just in the whole West Coast. Now, I fuck with Joey Badass, right? I think he's had for independent music. For independent music, he's one of them for real. You can put him in your independent Hall of Fame. Because I can't really put independent rappers in the same breath as mainstream rappers that are signed to a label simply because the support isn't the same, right? I don't know if Joey Badass had an unlimited budget, what type of albums he would make with he could clear every sample in the world and all that. You feel me? Like that's, and he got the major label push and he was doing all the freestyles in the radio station. Now he's done some of those things, right? He's done some of those things. I'm not saying he's never did that, but you feel me? It's just like the public eye, the media press. You know, when people push a button, like on Dave Blunt, they just push a button on the nigga and he everywhere and you can't get, like Joey Badass never had that, right? But he still has a crazy following. He's still doing his own thing. So it's like, and I like a lot of what he says in what he said in Ruler's Back, right? But it's just not fair, right? To me, it's just not. Daylight did a response back, I think. And then so like Kendrick ain't got to respond. Daylight responded. The battle rapper Daylight responded to Joey Badass. And so that we're in the sunken place. I feel like Joey Badass should just put out another album, right? Maybe this is him teasing another album release, right? So let me withhold that. This is going to be marketing for putting out another album. Now, people are saying this is a East Coast, West Coast type situation, like in the 90s. Not like the 90s. Niggas was dying in the 90s. Now, most people die nowadays in regional beef in their own city. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, people just die in LA in general. People go to LA, PNB Rock, Pop Smoke. People just go to LA to die. Not to die, but like they be dying in LA. They go to LA, they get caught lacking, they be dying there. You feel me? So
right. Happens too much.
Right. I don't know the same with West Coast artists going to New York and just getting clapped like that, just indiscriminately getting clapped. I don't know. To me, it's two different things. In terms of the lyrical back and forth, you could say that, but it's just kind of like, I won't call it like a nothing burger, but I do feel like this is just another case of marketing or cloud chasing. He doing his thing. He got to market, put out music. I like the fact that he did his little cloud chase by putting out music instead of just going on social media. I recommend more rappers do that. And, you know, I tip my hat off nothing but Joey Badass. Joey Badass is one of the GOATs. I give credit where credit's due. One of the independent niggas. So, shout out to Joey Badass. Now, I'm going to go and transition into other topics. We're going to start off with journalism in general and how Elliot Wilson, he had beef. He went on Rory Amal's podcast and pretty much said how much he dislikes how the rappers like us and other personalities are starting to just start their own podcast and whatnot, and why he has beef with that, what his issues are with that. And,
Get Game Day deal.
And this is brought to you by 2TV. Stop playing with me. Anyway, so
Daytune TV.
And you know, shout out to all y'all to love and support. So this is like what he's saying, and he is hating. He is admittedly hating, but we can break down why after following.
If a celebrity pulls up to kick it with them on their stream, people watch it. They like it.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the prototypical, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, let's interview. Type of thing.
Yeah.
People like I think, you know, for celebrities and things like that, I think they rather feel
like it gets lost without that. It's just like one album reflection of it. I think you need to talk about your art, what you did to somebody you trust or respect. Like it gets lost without that. It's just like one album, like, oh, put the album out. Even Freddie Gibbs, like y'all sent me Freddie Gibbs album, right? All day. Y'all Freddie Gibbs.
In May, the complete shift, it was right in front of what a Cardi song is.
Yeah.
Didn't want to do that because it was exposing too much.
Prepared to have a real conversation about everything that went on, like Kendrick, Cole. Are they prepared right now to have a real conversation? Maybe not.
Okay, probably, but why are now content creators? They
don't even know how to talk.
But y'all say that because they will put that in the music. And Drake, I think we're going to get that.
Media.
Still aside, and those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running about.
Boom. This is the clip. I found it.
Stephen A. Smith.
Those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running about. He's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
That's hate. You feel me? He already starting off with some hate.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
See, that's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean
That
into.
was
Be the
hate. That
old
was
villain.
hate. OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running
Hate.
around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why
Cam
is he a sports journalist? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But
now I want to really break down what a journalist is in the concept of like media, right? In terms of hip hop media, right? Like what is a hip hop journalist for real, bro? Are you to me, like, unless you're breaking stories, in which case academics is a way better journalist in terms of breaking stories, being the first one on the story. Are we talking about album reviews? Anthony Fantano is way better if we're talking about the review game.
Elliot Wilson.
Are we talking about interviews? Then okay, Elliot Wilson. If you're strong suit, and also he types stuff out. You write articles and you worked for major publications. I feel you. But like, to me, a journalist is whoever reporting in Gaza right now, whoever is covering like real news, like, oh, what's Trump doing? Oh, like actual politics. That's a journalist to me. Oh, you front line in war commentary in Ukraine. Boom, boom, boom. I'm a journalist. But we do it hip hop, bro. We do it music. Anybody can talk about that, bro. It's an opinion, bro.
Okay.
Like,
technically, it's a gossip rag anywhere you go when it comes to hip hop journalism, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just talking about other people. That's all we talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I'm new.
Anybody can do that.
Anybody can do. I'm doing it right now. Feel me? And then also, like, another thing is if your only thing is your interviews, then we don't know about you. See, the internet has democratized all that. There is no big media platform. There's none of that. You got to stand on your own 2 feet as a content creator. We like to hear what you have to say. What do you have to say? Where is your shit coming from? Not who you're interviewed with, right? Because at the end of the day, they're going to go with the most popular person, i.e. Kai Cenat, i.e. other artists, Summer Walker, Cameron Mason's doing sports now, mainly because, well, Cameron played basketball, so I feel like he could talk about it if he played it a little bit. Or if you have a decent enough knowledge, which you want to talk about the differences between sports athletes and rap artists like Joe Budden is different. To me, it's not different. Joe Budden was a rapper, had a certain level of success. He wants to do a podcast talking about something he knows about that he's a professional at. Like, to me, that's the same thing. There's no difference to me. There's just a more well-tracked pipeline of the becoming media because of sports broadcast media on TV. But like, MTV died 10 years ago. Nobody give a fuck about MTV. So all that 106 in Park, all that shit's in a blunt, bro. We already lit that up. It's a blunt. It's in a blunt. The blog era happened after that, and now we in our current era with media and content creation. So everybody is a journalist in terms of hip hop. So the legacy media doesn't like that because the interviewers and the people that used to get on the interview, they can no longer get. But on the artist point of view, artists, they have no choice. They had to go on y'all platform to get some version of exposure on radio and all that. But we also had to deal with y'all asking invasive questions that make us uncomfortable. A lot of artists had to deal with that, right? So it's like, okay, you're a journalist because you're going to ask about my baby mom situation. You're going to ask about a current case I have or some shit. Like, that's what makes you a journalist, because you're asking questions that are uncomfortable. Is that what makes you a journalist? Like, what actually makes you a journalist in this context? I don't know. But what do you think?
Honestly, from that perspective that he's speaking on, Elliot Wilson, it's all just like hate type stuff. And I'm glad like the person in the podcast called him out about that shit. Because straight up hate, I'm like, because honestly, ain't nothing but like information gatekeeping a lot of the times for that type of shit. And it's like either that or it's like you trying to like information gather on the same media platform. And that's all it is, like from that point. And it's like, that's why they mad that those people can do it now. Because those people don't got the information like gatekeep or gather, because they are the information. They're the person you want to get it from. They're the people you want to talk to. They're the people you want to go ahead and listen to. Like if you want to listen to Summer Walker shit, now you can just go on like Summer Walker's podcast. If you want to listen to Cam Newton stuff, you go on his podcast. If you want to listen to the so-and-so comedian stuff, you can go on their podcast now. That's the only reason people like that are mad about it now, because they ain't had nothing to go for them aside from those people's information.
Yeah,
now they can't get
in the same way that music got democratized because it's cheaper to make your own music instead of going to a studio. The same thing with content creation. Everyone can pick up a camera, everyone can pick up a mic because the technology is simply cheaper to do so. I have a Scarlett. I got this SM57. I'm rocking. I got a StreamYard. I'm rocking. You feel me? At that point, it's up to how many views I get. That's simply what it is. It's just a view count. And then if we're all democratized by view count, then are you entertaining or not? Are you entertained, motherfucker, or not? Like that's what comes down to. And that's all it is. You feel me? So that's what I feel like it is at this point. And the old media will always be salty about that simply because they are used to having a job that no longer exists. These jobs at Double XL, these jobs at Source, these jobs at Rolling Stone are no longer as available unless you're doing printed write-up media. You feel me? So I mean, it's no hate though. But at the end of the day, he still is who he is. He gave us generations of great journalism for years now, right? So it's not like
like they still point,
And if the
old heads still point like that, like
nah, you can go.
No, I was about to say, that's the point that I like about like Ella Wilson stuff and everything too. But I was saying, just saying like that point that he was talking on just then, it just sounded like it was like a whole lot of like stuff that he was like talking from, like that ego part. That was something for.
There's some more that goes into deeper with
But Mason proved to have a good opinion that
He
people
got
care
mixed
about.
having a job and really like check because of celebrity of what
They're not coming to the journalists to have this conversation.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom
best I
line.
ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that of celebrity of what? So I can talk about that. I don't like that shit, and not be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah.
No, you're hating, bro. Like you're hating. That's what it is, bro.
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
But Elliot, what
Imagine
will make
it.
you better at it? Because in this day and age, it's just not about getting the information right. It's about who's more entertaining. So who are you to say I'm better at this than them when what
I'll prove it to you. I'm better than you. Like I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you
The viewers decide now. You don't decide. The viewers decide. And that's really what she has a great question. What makes you? It's also about being entertaining. It's also about how you can give the news in an entertaining fashion, which I feel like in terms of the messy shit, academics is one of the goats of that. He can give you information and still be entertaining. You have to do both. You basically have to be Perez Hilton. You feel me? You had to be one of them type names, but be factual and not just make up shit. That's why him caught up is you just lying. You just straight lying like Tasha K. Don't be Tasha K now. Don't do that. Don't just straight lie. But you feel me? You have to still give real journalism, real facts, real information, and you have to be entertaining. You gotta do both. That's why Kai Cenat winning. That's why they go into their stream. Speaking of streams, we will transition into the next thing. These rappers on streams acting the fucking fool. Oh my god. So we got let me see if I can find it. The little TJ situation and how and the play on the Playboy on Placaboy Max's stream has been making the rounds, and I feel like rappers, street rappers specifically, are not doing themselves any favors. You know what I'm saying? I personally feel like they are not conducting themselves in a way that is conducive for the modern environment. Now, the funny thing about the Lil TJ situation in particular is that Lil TJ is now a streamer now. So you're getting mad streamer. Your streamer's kind of it feel me like you're doing the same thing. Like so that's how I feel. Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna go through this is the little shorts that had the information. Feel me? So pretty much he's in Airbnb. He can't smoke in the Airbnb. The rapper's already lit in the blunt. He said, "Hey, excuse me, can you put the blunt out?" They don't put the blunt out. He has to get, "Hey, can you put the blunt out? Can you smoke outside?" They're like, "Nah," or they don't even acknowledge him. They just go back to smoking the blunt, and which is more rude to me. It's like you're not even going to acknowledge my existence. You're just gonna keep smoking. All right, and then they say I fucking left. I'd have been told them niggas get the fuck off personally, but hey.
She being a bad. I want to smoke. What's that? Is this right? Yeah. Oh. Stop playing the song. Hello. Stop playing the song. What you say? Stop playing the song. Who's smoking? Who's smoking? Yo, TJ. What's up? Who the Yo, this a B&B. You can't smoke in here. This shit gonna go off. Oh, this shit. Yeah. I appreciate you though. But yeah. Yo, tell
And he went right back. He went right back in the blunt. He said, "Oh yeah, where hit the blunt right out." Like, come on, bro. That ain't right, bro. That ain't right.
Disrespect.
I ain't gonna play no music. But yeah, that was the situation with that. And then let me see. There was responding.
You actually really think you gonna get from that, gang? Like, you think you my mother, bro? Like, for real, niggas just slap the shit out of you. I'm on camera, bro, so I'm woo, like, you feel me? So, like, you get a little cold shoulder, like, who you talking to, feel me? And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I don't got no problem saying that. I'm damn near mind blown. Niggas even care that much, bro. It's like, I'm looking like, woo, I'm here for Favi, and I'm just out, bro. I ain't even know that nigga was a streamer, though. And
you don't even know whose stream you're being on while you're acting a fool, dude. Like, it's like it don't make sense. Like, and this is why it's hard to get people to fuck with us rappers because of the other rappers and the what you call the reputation that other rappers have built for themselves. Like, that's like the issue to me. Like, that is the problem. That's why we can't get off the ground. It's because of that. Like that be the reason. Y'all be the reason why. So that's how I feel personally. But what do you think about the situation?
Well, all in all, that's just extremely disrespectful and everything. For that part, honestly, because I've been in situations in studios and all that, where you can't really smoking and all that time. A lot of the studios I've been in, they couldn't smoke in, so you always had to go outside and everything. So for them to even think that was okay to even just do that without even asking is already bothersome. And then to go ahead and keep doing it when the person said don't do it was like, okay, even if you didn't even know who that was, that could have been the person who was associated with the person who was there. I don't know. But it goes to show it just gives a bad reputation overall. It's not even just for them for how they're acting. It feels a bad name. So it's like they're not just representing themselves in that moment. I don't even think they even noticed that.
Right. Yeah, no, it's just not a good look. And then even to bring up another rapper, a lot of people call NBA YoungBoy disrespectful and for similar reasons. And even he even asked to smoke the blunt. He even asked to light a cigarette.
It's all about respect.
Let me see.
I know about that part. But okay. Yeah.
There's
I'm saying like somebody
him even asking to smoke.
I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 7 years old. Damn, my dad was like that.
Oh yeah. Shit. But yeah, there's another one to him. He's like, he asked to smoke. He asked to smoke. Asked. Yeah, there we go.
Mom, I can smoke a cigarette here.
So even he can ask, bro. That's all I'm saying. He could ask, like you.
Person wasn't even in the room,
right? And that was his mom. And then to say like, oh, you act like you're my mom and son. Hey, some people respect their mom. That's all I'm saying. Some people care about their mom to ask about, hey, can I do this? Hey, feel me? So yeah. That's how I feel like this personally with that whole situation. I do feel like this be the reason why we can't have nice things. This is why.
Yeah, they be doing too much. I'm saying, well, not even too much. They just have no respect. The new generation of rappers have no respect. None at all. Not for the peers, not for the OGs, not for the shoot. I be seeing some people where they be taking like some like hip hop quizzes and they be failing them like crazy. I'm just like, y'all don't even respect the game enough to even know what you even really in it for. So it's like for something that small as that, you think you'd be like, all right, you'd ask for it. But it's like when that whole situation came out, I was just like, I don't even understand why they couldn't even like respect the space. That's one thing they teach you as far as like OG music is like you always respect the space.
And he can't even acknowledge, like, he's even surprised that people are blowing up about the situation. It's like, no duh, dude. You look ridiculous.
Crazy.
Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised at how other people are reacting when this is you? Like, this is your work, bro. Like, this is like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I personally feel. But that's not here nor there. That'd be my issue, right? So, but like you said, there's plenty of studios where I can smoke at, and plenty of studios where I can't smoke at it. And you just gotta go outside with it, bro. Like, and then him just being like, "Oh, you want me to throw some money at it?" Like that ain't the issue, right? And he also viewed like you asking politely was the issue. He said, "Bro, yeah, like you, my mother or something. I asked you polite, hey, excuse me. I can't do it because the smoke alarm, not because I care, because the smoke alarm will go off, and then that creates its own other issue. Like that'd be my issue. So that'd be my thing. So we shall see how that situation goes out. But to me, the funniest thing is like, okay, like you're getting mad, but like you're also a streamer. Like that'd be the thing that's amazing. You too are a streamer acting like, okay, well, this. I don't give a fuck about these streamers. That's you. You a stream. That's you. Right. So that's my thing. Like you don't care about what the streamers say. You feel me? So that's the whole thing. Like all content creation is getting democratized, and pretty much everybody's doing a similar version of the same thing, right? So it's like you going on somebody's platform. And I know who platform you're going on. It's kind of like whatever. But on top of all that, you not know what platform you're going on. And you got your own shit. It's like, come on, bro. What are you doing, bro? But yeah. Right there. So I was trying to look for this one thing, but pretty much it was like a compilation of different things. A little TJ pretty much getting beat up and getting jumped at different locations just because he want to act tough. So you're saying you're Captain Tough Guy, but it's like, bro, we got you in the camera multiple different times. Like we caught you with your chain getting snatched, and you got shot up multiple times, and it's like, all right, bro, I don't want to wish no personal harm on homie. Like, I want you to live as long as you gonna live to 105. I don't care, but like,
yeah, but you can't be talking about like I'm gonna smack people.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with it. So that's also that. So that's that on that. All right, so we gonna move on to other beef that exists on the internet. So this time we're going from the female rap space, and we're talking about Doechii and Azealia Banks. You know, they've been beefing for 2 years, and we didn't even know it.
Really?
Yes.
I ain't know that. Wow. Makes sense with Azealia Banks, but that makes it like, dang.
Azealia Banks be having hate in her heart. So it pretty much started with asking Doechii asking Azealia Banks to get on this remix for this song. She said, let's do it. And then she later declined. She said, psych. And then they came on to Azealia Banks just
fucking like SZA. It's a fucking snooze fest, boring shea butter, fucking like black woman woes. Is always fucking crying. You got them like revving up these fucking like bot farms. You got this like.
So yeah, that's how she started. That's what she said right after declining doing Doechii shit. They were going back and forth since then, essentially. Like, just you would randomly just go at her for no reason, like that I could see. Doechii would talk about how she doesn't take
It's people take these things too seriously.
They
It's
do.
really not a big deal. It's like it's Azealia. That's how Azealia is. She's gonna do what she's gonna do.
And she laughed it off. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
In general, but like she kept going at her. She kept going at her. Paragraph after paragraph. After IG Live, like, what's good? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Story after story, after Twitter post, calling her Rochi. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. She keep going. Doechii did Azealia Banks' machete dance while performing. Just a little slight. Just a little slight. And then she didn't like that. Has some more to say. But, you know, in general, Doechii just kept focusing on the art while Azealia Banks kept being messy. And that's kind of the situation on that end. But hey, that's you feel me? Like I just found that to be interesting simply because like I didn't think like that was the thing. I when I first saw the post, I was like, okay, this is just what Azealia Banks do. But no, this has been an ongoing thing. It's been an ongoing thing. So that's kind of, I was taken aback by that. I was shocked by that. And I know that was a continued thing. All right. So we're going to take a step away from the music and just going into straight Total Drama Island. All right. So if you're a sports fan, like how I'm a sports fan, I know Keontae isn't, but I am. So there's been rumblings in the hood. So in Fox Sports specifically, Fox Sports has been known to be a little damn near a hotbed for many SA claims, from Bill O'Reilly to insert person here to the one of the vice CEO, something that had to depose him because he was being a freaky man. A lot of freaky man activities in Fox in general. So it's no surprise that when we go to Fox Sports, that same activity is continuing. So we have Skip Bayless is being sued for SA because he offered Shorty 1.5 M's for the Cootie Cat, and he made repeated offers to Shorty, who, even though she was married, continued to make advances. This is from Notion Faraji, which is a friend of Joy Taylor. And then Joy Taylor is also in the lawsuit. They're trying to make it a class action lawsuit because Joy Taylor did a lot of activities, if you will, that got her to certain positions, if you will. And so, yeah, so to wrap it all up, we have Emeo Acho, a former NFL person who's now a Fox Sports host, who was with who's accused of being intimate with Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor is a known Fox Sports host.
That's what I have to deal with.
That's what Shorty is. And we can go through with what he had to say.
Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor. A woman, a black woman, daily show, sports. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in? So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports.
He just lying. And you are part of it. You are, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you. That's you. So, and then also, you people how he kept sniffing his finger, bro. Why was he sniffing his finger like this every other? Like, what's good with homie? What was he just doing? What was he finished doing?
He just got finished with that meeting.
He just got finished rehearsing. You feel me? That's what he was doing. He was rehearsing for the show coming up. You dig? So he had to speak on something. He had to make something speak. Fuck is you talking? He had to make something speak. Fuck is you talking about? Hey, harass me.
Yo.
So there's another clip. There's been multiple clips that they had to delete from their social media. That first clip was one of them. That was on his Instagram up until the story broke. He had to delete that. This is another video
to deal with people. Like, just I'm over here focused on the show, and just I don't know what exactly she's doing.
Listen, somebody has to look good around here. Okay?
Slick, you see that shade she threw at you, bro? Because you weren't talking to me.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at the white dude. Look at the white dude. Look at the white dude. Look at his face. He knows. He knows. Yeah, that's why he looked the other way. So I ain't even gonna get involved. I'm gonna look the other way. I ain't even gonna put myself in it.
That's what I have to deal with, people.
Feel me? He knew it. He knew.
That look like John Cena.
This is how Joy Taylor was showing up dressed for work, and I personally don't find anything wrong with how she was dressing. Personally, like, this is like, there's many like female TV personalities that dress like this. Isn't particularly revealing in my point of view, right? So, but they try to say like they try to say like she just had her junk all out, and I'm not going that far. But if you want to hear this other reporter, his name is Jason Whitlock. I think he's like a known conservative, right-leaning, kind of like, say he said, when you come to Shorty, I know what I'm capable of. He said, I saw her, I knew what I was capable of, so I stayed away. I said, what is good with homie? What's good with homie, bro? You know what you're capable of. So, all right, this is
warning, fair warning.
Right. Okay, this is it. All right, boom, I'm about to pull it up. Yeah, so this is like, people, this is what's wrong with America, bro. This is what's wrong with humans, bro. Like, why can't we just be professional? You feel me? Why can't we just keep it dark thoughts away? Sinning.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly. It's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
What's wrong with people, bro? What's wrong with these niggas?
It's a fiend.
That's a fiend. That's a fiend. I believe that. Like, there's something wrong with homie, bro.
Yo.
He said, I knew. Like, bro, like, come on, bro, relax. Keep it in your pants, bro. Keep it relax, bro. And then there's another one where people are making this meme, right? Because Skip Bayless was after Joy Taylor, but her hairstylist, Nosheen Faraji, right? She's if I could pull up how she looking like for context, so that you know what Skip Bayless was fiending after. Niggas can't keep it together, man. That's how I feel. Like, just keep it together. This is good. This is a good picture. You got a lot of Rachel Nichols. It wasn't Rachel Nichols. It was other shorty. But yeah, I just feel like the whole thing, like, you should never mix work and pleasure. You should keep it in your pants. There's a time for both. So yeah, that's her. That's how she looks. You know, I think she's like, I think she's Middle Eastern, but she looked white passing, and that's what he was like. I think so that's how she was looking. That's what Skip was feeding on. Now people are saying that this is what he's saying. Like, these are what they're actually talking about. But this is what Skip said. People are making memes about this.
Busted right inside him, and he can't extend on me anymore. And he seems a little overwhelmed by my girth and tonnage. I just
that's one of them. And then there's another one saying like, it's my turn. It's my turn. Let's see if I can find it. He's like, it's my turn. People were saying like that's what he was saying to Shorty.
No,
like,
that's fine.
I'm my eye, bro. We in a certain space. We in a
That
bad
is
space.
hilarious.
We in a bad space, man. We in a. Let me see. So that's what's going on with Fox News.
But it's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my
You
turn.
lost the game.
That is how people are saying this is in relation to Shorty. He said, "Hey, bro, it was my turn to hit." That's what he said.
He said, "You lost the game. You lost the game. Give it
you
up.
lost the game, bro. Give it up, bro.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. You're just not that guy." And then another Fox person, I forgot homie's name. Oh, Colin Coward. He's another person who's also with Joy Taylor a lot. He wasn't in the lawsuit. He was in the lawsuit only to say that he didn't do nothing. He kept it in his pants. So shout out to at least some person has some fucking morals, has some fucking standards, can control themselves. If you're gonna have your side chick, have the side chick and not work with you, you feel me? Like he had some goddamn sense. You feel me? So all right, we gonna play this real quick. But you know, he still had it on his mind though. He just didn't act on it, but it was on his mind.
Joy said here in the break, you're very funny about how you view, from a woman's perspective, you were not offended by what Tiger did when he was at the height of his game, cheated on his wife, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'm not his wife. I mean, I'm sure that sounds very callous and cold, but I just don't know what that has to do with me.
Women are scary.
I started this shit.
Right. So, you know, that is how we are currently reacting to that. It's a very messy situation at Fox. No one is talking about it. No one who's worked there is able to talk about it. So I just think all that is funny, how uncomfortable everybody is together.
$1 million. What happened?
So yeah, also this is another Instagram post of them obviously either at his crib or her crib. Feet up, feet all out, chilling. You got the wine out. Y'all posted up. Y'all all playing footsie. Y'all having a good time.
It don't look good.
Don't look good. Off a company on different time. You not on company time. So this is what they saying. They linked to Emmanuel Acho, another Fox executive that helped her get her in the position. Because prior to this is the guy, this is the Fox executive, right? So pretty much saying like that's how she even got on the Fox News was because she was messing with homie over here, and then she's also messing with both these guys at the same time allegedly, so that she could get that other show Speak. And yeah, it's just a messy situation in general. Let's say, and then Skip was trying to mess with the hairstylist, so just messy all around. They said that's her. All right, bro, we in this. yeah, so that is that is where we're at. That's where we're at. So so yeah, that's where we're at. So that's a sucking place. All right, we get now. We're pulling ourselves out the sucking place now. We're gonna do another feel good story, which I like to call is LiAngelo Ball blowing up for that Tweaker song. I must have whoa. So that's been going viral. Actually, so viral, in fact, that within the first week of Lil Baby releasing, Tweaker had 3 million streams on YouTube compared to the most high song, which I like, Dumb and Dumber, only had 1.6, 1.3 million views. So that's how viral LiAngelo Ball is going. So yeah, shout out to LeVar Ball. He done raised stars after stars. If it wasn't basketball, they getting it done in the rap game, and they doing their thing. They going crazy right now. I like the song. I look forward to whatever he has releasing going forward. It gives me that like Nelly type vibe. He's giving Nelly. Like Nelly should be on his next song. That's how I feel about that personally. So but yeah, what do you think about the Tweaker?
I think it's straight. I think I heard like maybe like a couple times, but I think like after that I heard like people doing like Nelly sample like videos and everything like off of TikTok and everything. So it's going pretty strong. A lot stronger than the Dumb and Dumber thing, which is very surprising to see. Is like that's the song first comes up.
Right. So that's just something
So people keep.
Another rapper that's been blowing up is Rio, the Young OG. He just dropped a tape. I haven't gotten around to listening to it, but I do like his songs. I do like how he is charismatic on the mic. He says a lot of verses. I can't play the music on stream, but I recommend you listen to it off stream. He says a lot of crazy bars. That's all I'm saying. He says a lot of crazy bars that are actually hilarious, actually entertaining MC. Look forward to what he got going on. Let me see. Oh, and YoungBoy about to be released in July. I thought he was going to be in jail to the 26th. So I guess he did good behavior. We are about to get some new NBA YoungBoy. I liked his last release that he put out. If I want to get to that real quick, he put out a tape right before the year ended that I've been listening to off and on. It's a red album cover. Forgot what it's called. I think it's called like I Got a Lot on My Shoulders, or I Got a Lot on My. Let me see. Yeah, I just got a lot on my shoulders. It's like let me see how many songs. 8 songs? No, I gotta be more than that. Impossible. Maybe that's all I could see. But yeah,
like a race so far.
Yeah, relatively short project. Got a lot of good tracks on it. We about to see the release of another one of the GOATs. Really, he only been pressed up just because he hasn't been outside. I think that's been the real thing. House arrest situation really been keeping him from being at his max potential. So there we go. Got a lot on my shoulders. Wooty whoop. It's a good tape. I like Versace Shades. I like Hope You Make It. And I like Get It. Those are the songs I like on there a lot. In general, like the production, like the tape. It's good. I recommend it. So
you got tap in.
Yeah, I got tap in. All right. So let me see. There's some other topics I had that have to do with TMB, not TMB, that's my tape, but law tune and order. That's my subject when I talk about everybody, little cases and stuff happening. So they were already in it because NBA YoungBoy about to be released. So we gonna continue with that. We have let me see. I think Meg is putting a restraining order, or got a restraining order approved on Tory Lanez due to the fact that she feels like there's probably a lot of different reasons for it. Like, a lot of people are hating on her online because of the continued like backlash she's continued to receive post Tory Lanez getting locked up. He's about to do a bid. We don't know when he's gonna get out. He's supposed to do 10 years. He might do 7. Then he gotta get deported. Which I'm like, if everybody get deported right after, it's kind of like, what you need a restraining order for if he's already gonna be like out the country like right after, like you know, I don't know the point. I personally don't understand it, but hey, you know, whatever makes her comfortable type shit, you know. So she did get rewarded that. I don't know what that really does for her. In general, I don't like how restraining orders kind of don't work. If you ever met somebody that got a restraining order, it's kind of like it's just like a thing that keeps them from doing things, I guess, or it keeps them like, if you're on your property, I can call the cops and can immediately go to jail because you got the restraining order. But I still have to call the cops, still have to do a lot of stuff. Crazy people gonna be crazy regardless. If they're gonna stalk you, they're gonna stalk you. But it's a preventative measure, you know. All right, so she gave a emotional testimony in order to obtain a 5-year civil harassment restraining order. It's like 5 years. He's in jail for all that. I don't even think he's gonna get out in 5 years. I think he'll still be in jail for all that. So it's like, what does that do? Like, what is that? Now, we don't have access to Tory Lanez call logs, like how they've been leaking Young Thug's call logs and all that. We don't have access, right? We don't know what he's saying. He could be saying all type of stuff, and then they be getting back to her and her feeling uncomfortable with stuff. All that could be true, but I don't know. But she did say, I feel like he'll shoot me again. Maybe this time I won't make it. That's what she said in her testimony. And I don't know about that. But what you think?
It's very I guess sensitive on her and type everything. I guess on both ends, but
right.
I think it's really too much you can really do about that type of situation. Really, I mean, if he's gonna be deported, then that's already gonna be handled on like a federal situation. But I guess her own worry, I guess her own stuff. I guess she's also probably going through like a few other things as well too. So. You know, who knows? Because she also goes through the thing with the friends that's involved within the situation. Not to mention, like, you know, I think Kylie was also involved in the situation. So it's probably multiple ends that she's still probably even dealing with. Not to mention, like, Rock Nation still, you know, handling the lawsuits on her end too. So it's probably a lot of people she's talking to at one time.
Right. So, let me see what else. So we also have YNW Melly still in jail. Probably not coming out anytime soon. He recently, I think his case is either gonna start in like August or September. Don't quote me. And then they recently said like how long he been in jail, like 2,000 days. He was like, damn. So I mean,
yeah. So I was sitting there looking at the judge, like, yo, yeah. I think he was like laughing on the side, like, yeah, I've definitely been here this long.
Right. Like his trials that get retried. His last trial was a mistrial. All right, so yeah, he's been in jail for 2,160 days. That's like a lot of years. A lot of years on you. He said the trial would not be delayed anymore, and that
contemporaneously during his trial, which again would not be the most ideal way to do things. If that's what ends up happening, that's what ends up happening. But the one thing I can tell you is not going to happen is someone that has been in custody for 2,160 days, his trial is not going to be delayed under any circumstance. So that being said, what else would you like me to do this week?
So yeah, his trial will not be delayed anymore. He's about to go back to trial like this
Not
year.
disputing that. So I don't know what else I can do at this point. You've asked me to press pause on all these motions. I'll press pause. I'm not going to move this trial date. This trial is going forward in September.
Yeah, in September. So September is when his trial is going to start. He barely got through on the mistrial. We'll see what happens. It's not looking too good in general. We'll see if it has anything to do like witness tampering or like any of those things is going to be a factor. I don't think it's going to be a factor. I think they kind of got everything they need to lock homie up. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's kind of looking tough. But yeah, you know, I wish justice for the victims, I guess. Or if it gets proven that he is released, then he get released. You know, innocent to proven guilty. That's how I go about these things personally. I don't know what you did or didn't do, but based on what I read, it's not looking too good for home. Feel me? But I don't know what he did or didn't do. I don't know. I'm neither here nor there. Whatever they can prove is what you will go. You know what I'm saying? Do your time for. So that's how I feel. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up a couple other hip hop topics, and then we're gonna transition into some anime topics, as there's a lot of new anime coming and a lot of anime that I liked last year that I want to recommend to people. So we have Sexy Red saying she spent $30K on some new tangy tangs, if you will. So yeah, I can't play the music, but she got some new tangy tangs. You feel me? 30K. You feel me?
30K on the new rack.
On the new rack. on the new sexy. She got to get it sexy. You feel me? That's the only way she can get it. We have Kanye reposting Jack Harlow's freestyle. We have Lil Baby's My Turn stats and accomplishments. Is it the biggest rap album of the century? Longest charting rap album of the 2020s. Most weeks number one of any rap album 2020s. 19 songs charted at a Hot 100 simultaneously. Most streamed rap album of 2020s. High selling rap album of 2020s. Only rap album to spend the first 4 years in the top 100 on Billboard. Most gold and platinum songs of any rap album in history with 25. Only rap album this decade to sell 2 million copies in a single calendar year, 2020. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like My Turn was really one of them ones. And maybe it's just like you can't remake Thriller. You can only do bad. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. You can't remake Thriller, bro. I'm sorry. You can't do it. So TikTok's about to go away unless it's sold, which it probably won't be sold. So we about to think about TikTok. Some people say it might be good for music. What do you think?
It might be give like another. They give options to like other platforms and everything, but I think still the majors still kind of like hitting strong, like the SoundClouds, YouTube's, got Bandcamp is still out there, so it's still like a bunch of other platforms people can use. So like people always find something new. I think they're even starting to transfer like all the TikToks out to a new platform anyway.
This is true. Most people take their TikTok following and go to YouTube. So that's probably what's going to happen anyway. And yeah. All right. So I think that wraps it up. There's a couple things here and there. Like I think there's some with Cam and 50 Cent and Cam. That's a New York beef. I ain't gonna lie. It's too New York for me. Oh, okay. He speaks on Cameron, 50 Cent, and Mace. Oh yeah, that's why. But he did Justin LaBoy. That's why. This is where it's getting messy. All right. So yeah. So pretty much Jim Jones, another member of Dipset, the Dipset crew, the diplomats, if you will. They're talking about Jim Jones talking about how Mace and Cam have their own podcast together and how Mace and Cam used to not be cool, but they got cool again. So yeah, let me see.
Now he just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause though. Get off my dick. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Even in my memory, like, yo, that was the last show, but it was just the way, the sequence of the way things was going. And then it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about anybody else because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too.
Hey man, that always happens. You know, if you're in a posse cut, you know, you're in the group collective, there's always the one that gets famous first. You know, you're kind of on the coattails. But then if you really like that, if you really got your own personality, like everybody in Dipset did, Jim Jones is going to stick out. Boom. Jules Santana. Boom. Cameron. Going to be Cameron. Like niggas going to be themselves and they go shine through. And then it's not, no, you can't little brother me no more. We all famous. You can't just be like, I'm the head of the snake. And boom, we all a multi-headed Hydra. What's up? So then when the snakes start, then the heads start eating each other, that's when things kind of dissolve and whatnot. And I feel like that's a case of what happened, especially because I heard Mace wasn't the nicest guy when he first got on. Feel me? Which happens a lot when people first get some money. They don't know what to do. They start losing their mind. This happens to us all. And I always give people a little grace period until they settle down, get normal. Feel me? So that happens.
There was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and you know, and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though when you realize niggas really wasn't for you? I know you say you've been seen it, but there's a moment, bro. Like you know,
when you start to feel like
somebody,
when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what this move is about. You heard? Everybody don't got the mind of a real leader. Even in my memory.
How you feel about that? You think that's valid?
100%, especially in the music industry. It's like a crabs in a bucket, dog eat dog world, like Shark Tank type of issue situation. It's always gonna be ego's always gonna be prevalent, especially in industries like that. So it's like you always gotta make sure, like, watch out mostly for yourself and how you're gonna act like when you start to get to that point. Now you ain't gotta really watch out for a lot of people. A lot of things you gotta look out for is really just how you may end up acting or how, like, somebody may close to you might end up acting type shit.
Nah, you ain't lying.
Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Because
I had Ballin'. I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time when Ballin' spanked out and shit like that. When Cam did this shit with calling the station up over the cot shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't like, you don't press no real buttons, and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga. So how dare you do some weak shit like that that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had with him serves you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. We was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how else to start to move and do tours and really go.
And he thinking for bread. He for thinking about bread. You feel me? So, hey, man, I appreciate that. I did give a lot of context to how that whole situation went down. I will say, though, a lot of people say Jim Jones just want to dress up and be fly and not rap as much as, let's say, Cameron. But see, that was Cameron's point of view. I don't know what actually happened. Everybody got their own point of view what happened. So, that's neither here nor there. Did Jim Jones always stay fly? Yeah, he Jim Jones. He Harlem nigga. This is what it is. But,
I still gotta know, like, how did that work? You performing? Like,
they called me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah, I got the hottest. We just on two separate sides of the fence. You heard? Like,
but yeah, individual one calling shots out here, knowing you work it. So please don't say gangster-ish to me, individual. So yeah, that's what 50 Cent said, and then some text messages about how they was communicating transcripts, I guess, because 50 Cent always got the receipts. Let's best believe that. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna that covers my hip hop topics as of now. I'm going to transition into some animes and whatnot. I'm gonna talk about some animes that I liked of 2024, and then what I'm looking forward to in 2025. So let's get into it. Start off with the fall 2024 and working backwards. All right, so standout shows I liked. Let me see. I ain't sharing it. Thought I was. Standout shows I liked from 2024 of the fall season that I liked. Of course, ReZero, new season. If you haven't watched ReZero, highly recommend. Season 3 is really good. Dan to Dan, really good. A lot of race controversy happened around Dan to Dan. It's kind of weird. That's neither here nor there. I like Dan to Dan by itself. I like Blue Lock season 1. Didn't watch season 2, but I will watch season 2 when I get around to it. It's still ongoing. Bleach has been going crazy. Had to get into it. I haven't gotten into all of it. I started watching it, but I ain't finished. But I know that Bleach is crazy. That's all I know. I know Bleach is going crazy right now. I gotta recommend it to anybody who ain't been watching Bleach. You gotta watch Bleach right now. It's going crazy. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's what it is. Uzumaki's first episode was good, and then it started going downhill from there. If you like Ari Fuerte, it's still going on. If you like watching Ari Fuerte, it's still going. Is it wrong to pick up Girls in the Dungeon or Don Machi? I've been fucking with it since it came out. The new season been going crazy. This is kind of a low tier show that I like just for personal. Like I like Spirit Chronicles. If you watch it, didn't watch it. Season 2 was good. Season 1 was kind of but I still like it. Shangri-La Frontier is a standout. Love Shangri-La Frontier. I love it. You should watch it. Season 2's been going crazy. Highly recommend that. People recommend watching Orb, which is pretty much a show about a guy figuring out like that the earth revolves around the sun type shit in a world at a time period where, religious Dogma stated that the Earth was the center of the universe. If you disagree with that, you're a heretic getting burnt at the stake. And this one guy's figuring it out with math. This 12-year-old's figuring it out with, math and whatever science. Ranma 1/2 2024. I didn't watch it, but I love the original Ranma 1/2. Watch all of it, love it. So I'm looking forward to it. If you want to watch the redo, I recommend watching the redo. Okay, so those are the standouts of fall. I like the song Let This Grieving Soul Retire, but I don't think that might be for everybody. And also the Notorious Talker runs the world's greatest hunter group. Greatest clan, world's greatest clan. That's a high on my list for the fall. If you haven't checked that one out, highly recommend. All right, so we're going back towards the summer. Summer had Oshinoko season 2, and it had Wisteria Wand and Sword. I love Wisteria Wand and Sword. That shit was cracking. I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a fuck. The story was mid. The action was cracking. Crisp animation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. Tower of God season 2 coming out really upset me, because though I love Tower of God, I love season 1 because how it looked animation. They switched animation studios, and this terrorist that's been torturing anime from Uzumaki to Tower of God and a lot of other works. He's been terrorizing a lot of famous works. Forgot homie name. If I find his name, you on my most wanted list, because you've been ruining the shows. I like, love the story. They doing their thing. Highly recommend. My dear friend Noko-tan. A lot of people like that. I've been watching it, but I highly recommend. I know Keontae, you like it. You talk about it. What was that show?
I love it.
Why'd you like it?
It was pretty good. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty much about this this girl who's going back to going to high school from she's transitioned to like a different school, but she used to be one of like those like people who used to be like different, like she used to be like, some come from being like nerdy to being like more like trying to be more cool. She's coming from being like more like Yakuza like to being more trying to be more sociable and everything. Yeah. So like as she's trying to do that, she ends up running to this girl who has deer antlers. And then after that point, they end up getting to a whole bunch of shenanigans and end up having them to form like a deer club, with the deer club pretty much being like not your typical deer club. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I did. See, it's one of those wacky shows. It's real random, but it's real funny, and I highly recommend for people involved. Failure Frame. I like that show just because I read the book, and I'm just hate watching it because the animation style looked like god awful. Like the CGI looked terrible, but I just like the story enough to just keep watching. Kind of like with Tower of God. Like I know the story. I read the webcomic, so I'm watching it just off the strength. But am I enjoying watching it? No, but I like it regardless. Like I like the story, so I'm gonna keep watching it. Another one I liked, which I was surprised by, was No Longer Allowed in Another World, which is about this guy, pretty much based off this author who wrote No Longer Human, who ended up unaliving himself. It's like if he unalived himself and got isekai'd, and his power is, which he ain't got no powers for most of it, but like when he unlocks his powers, it's like he can finish somebody's story and pretty much send all these evil isekai people back to the normal world, because pretty much a lot of people got isekai into this fancy world and just start terrorizing the folk because they killed the Demon King and said, I'm the Demon King now, I'm God. And they start terrorizing the town folk. And he's like, y'all are all wacky. I'm writing y'all back. Y'all better get back to the regular world. How about that? I'm writing y'all back. So that's what that show's about. It's real good. It's real funny, wacky, and interesting. A standout, Elusive Samurai. That shit was slapping. Oh my God, that bit was slapping.
100%.
So I really follow the animation, the action, and the story of Elusive Samurai. I hope they do a season 2. Really, fingers crossed. Really mess with that show. Yeah. So Elusive Samurai, that was it. And then Suicide Squad Isekai, I was surprised. I didn't think I'd like it, but I really liked it type shit. Even though there's some CGI, it wasn't like unbearable. I liked how Marvel's just giving rights to anime studios and just letting them cook. I just thought that was funny, like how they doing that. So looking forward to more shows like that in the future. And then there's a couple here and there, but I would just go and move on to spring. All right, so in spring we had Kaiju number 8, we had the Demon Slayer arc, we had a new season of Konosuba. If you like Konosuba, you're gonna love this. Kaiju number 8 was a real knee slapper of action. And talking about, hey bro, just because you in your 30s don't mean you can stop, don't mean you can't get your life together. Keep getting your life together, my guy. Go after your dreams. That's what that was about. And I fuck with that because, you know, that's real life. Most people don't even reach their goals to like their 30s. So that's why you got to keep going. Perseverance. All that shit matters. So, love Kaiju number 8. Reincarnated as Slime has season 3. Love Reincarnated as Slime. Also, Mushoku Tensei, or Jobless Reincarnation, had another season. I loved every minute of that. I loved My Hero Academia season 7. I think they wrapped it up, right? Like season 7 was the last season, right? Yeah, so I ain't finished watching it, so don't spoil me. But that was great from what I watched, and I think they're about to do a spinoff now. But I love that. I love Spice and Wolf, and I was reincarnated as a 7 Prince, so I can do magic. And that one was good too. A little freaky, but I liked it. I liked it for what it was. And then some other things I liked was the Archdemon Dilemma, like that for some rom-com. I liked Chilling in Another World with level 2 super cheap potential ability, whatever. That was cool. And I love Misfit Demon King Academy season 2, part 2. And also Remonster was good. Go Loser Ranger was also good, another standout. And reincarnated as an aristocrat, but he has an appraisal skill. That was also a good. So all these highly recommend. Those were good for the spring. And then winter 2024 had Classroom of the Elite, which I don't watch, but I know a lot of people like it. For season 1 of Solo Leveling and Delicious in Dungeon. I love Delicious in Dungeon. That was a good standout for Netflix. You know, Netflix be having mid-anime, but Delicious in Dungeon was good, so I had to give him credit's due. I love Delicious in Dungeon. That was good. As well as the second season of Sukumichi Moonlight Fantasy. I love season 1. Loved it. Didn't think they'd come out season 2. They gave me a season 2. I'm forever grateful because I loved it. People like Mashal. Didn't watch Mashal. Never got into it. Do you like Mashal?
I ain't get into it.
You ain't get into it. Right, then fuck it. But some people like it, so I gotta put it in because, you know, some people like it. And just because I don't watch it, don't mean it's not good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to be right now. All right. The Wrong Way of Using Healing Magic was a good anime about a healer who got strong healing powers. Chained Soldier was a good manga I read that they adapted, and it was okay. But, you know, if that's what you like, you freaky man, you like that, you'll like this. And then tight shit. And then Ninja Kamui. That was another one. Ninja Kamui. That was a real knee slapper. I really fuck with Ninja Kamui, right? That was hard as fuck. And then Undead Unwanted Adventurer. And then Gushing Over Magical Girls. The Undead Unwanted and Gushing Over Magical Girls. That was good. Also, Villainous Level 99. I don't even like the villainous genre of anime, but I liked this one. So I recommend that one for anybody who's into that. All right. So that pretty much wraps up my... Oh, and also Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist is coming out with new seasons. I ain't even get to watch all of them, but like Blue Exorcist is back type shit. Like Blue Exorcist has been back, and it's continuing to put out new seasons. Like new seasons are coming out after the wait. The wait is over. Whereas there's just a hell of a lot of Blue Exorcist, which I recommend anybody watch if you're a fan of Blue Exorcist. So there's that.
Likewise.
So and now we're going into winter 2025, and this is what I will currently be watching for this season. Sakamoto Days, baby. We got Sakamoto Days. So that's about to drop
today.
I think today it drops. It's starting today. So that's the first episode. So if you like Sakamoto Days, you're a fan of that manga, it's adapted. It's here, folks. We here with the wait is over. We got it. It follows a guy who's a hitman. And I think you read the manga, so you know more than me. I think he's like a store clerk, and then he's a hitman. But wait.
Well, pretty much he's like a retired hitman, who ends up getting like a bounty put on his head, you know, after being out of the game for a while, stuff like that. So the story pretty much cycles around that. Is the main character who also like ends up getting who's also an assassin who ends up tagging in with him. And one of the funnier parts about the animation, not to give too much away from it, is that the relationship between him and his wife is actually really endearing and pretty cool too, because it's not one of those situations where it's like the life was hidden away. Nah, she knows about it, and she actually has a rule where it's like, you better not be killing nobody or else we're going to get a divorce. And he's like, oh no. So pretty much him and the dude who wants to roll with him, he's like, yo, we cannot kill nobody.
Can't kill nobody. You know, everybody's trying to kill us. There's a bounty on niggas are gonna kill us every episode, but we can't kill nobody. That provides a great dynamic. It's going to be on Netflix if you want to watch it. If you're just a Netflix watcher, you're not into looking for the Crunchyroll or alternative methods. So yeah, recommend Sakamoto Days. Apothecary Diaries season 2. Loved season 1 of Apothecary Diaries. If I didn't mention it to start off, love Apothecary Diaries. Season 2 is here, and I am locked in, bro.
Right.
So yeah, so that's there's another show that I want to go out my way. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this show. It's kind of a low-key one. Not everybody knew about it, but if you knew, you knew. And I recommended it to some people. Nier Automata is another good show. It's based on a video game. If you like the video game, you'd like that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's pretty much about birds. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. It's about birds and the bird people, like they're like they're mostly people. Like, most of this show, they're people, but it's kind of like they can turn into birds and just fly around when they feel like it. But it's uncouth to do so in public, so they don't do it all the time. But they are also Jellyfish That Can't Swim at Night's also a good show. So yeah, I'm just going back through if I missed anything. Girls Band Cries, another good one. Recommend. This is another one too. Mysterious Disappearances. And also they brought back Black Butler. So some people are Black Butler fans. Also, Viral Hit too. Viral Hit was funny as hell. Recommend Viral Hit if you didn't watch. There it goes. All right, Yatagarasu. That's what it's about. The Raven does not choose its master. That was a really good show. It's pretty much about how like in the feudal system of either Japan or other things, like the king is chosen, but he has to pick a bride. So most of the show follows him like having to pick a bride during like within this year's time. He has to pick a bride, and so that was like most of the show. And then this guy is the main character that is watching the prince because all these assassination attempts are going around. So he can't even be like around the bitches, but he has to just pretty much protect him while he selects a bride. But it's about a lot more than that. That's pretty much like the synopsis, but it goes a lot deeper about like the political situation, everybody backstabbing each other, and kind of all that, kind of similar to Apothecary Diaries, but about bird people. So yeah. And then Many Sides of Horse, I think another good one. So yeah, that's a recommendation I will give. That's one I know that if I didn't recommend that one, I'd feel some type of way. So yeah, Apothecary Diaries season 2, Solo Leveling season 2, Sakamoto Days. Those are the trifecta to start. Also, 100 Girlfriends That Really Really Love You season 2. If you like 100 Girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? Rocco 100 Girls. I don't even like rom-coms, but this one was.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, you didn't think it was gonna get season 2? Yes, they are. So yeah, so that's coming out. Recommend that if you like it. You like it. Dr. Stone season 4. I know there's a lot of Dr. Stone fans out there. I watched season 1. I never got too deep after that, but I know it kept progressing. So I plan to get into that at some point. This one I don't want to sit and binge. So recommend Dr. Stone season 4 for those people. If you are into that. And also, this is one I started watching, Zenshu. It's about this animator who got reincarnated into a movie that she watched as a kid, or a fantasy movie, a Fantasyland movie of what she did, like of what this fan, like how they based on this game. I'm in the fantasy world based on this game. It's like that, but this movie she watched, this fantasy movie she watched, and her power is there is somebody. Sai off Naruto, how he could draw and they come back to life, and they kind of very much OP version of that, OD version of that. Like, she draws whatever she draw come to life, but this shit is some other. Like, this shit is like ain't no demon lord now. I done drew the answer for your ass. So that's what she's in, and she's in the fantasy world. But yeah, she got the drawing powers. It's real interesting. I like how it's drawn, and I like how it looks a lot. That's why I'm recommending it. Outside of the story elements, it just looks really good. And so, like, that's one of those where it's like, hey, man, if you're just watching it just because it look good, this is the show for you, just because it's looking amazing. Shout out to the animators putting in a lot of effort with that. This is one of my goofy isekais I'm gonna watch. It's called Headhunted to Another World, from a salaryman to the Big Four. So pretty much the Demon King summons this guy who always got moved. Like, you ever watch the beginning of not Black Butler, but Black Lagoon. No, Black Lagoon, he had to just go to different area. Like he started off, well, you have to do this business deal in the South China Sea. It's pretty much like that. He has to do all these like move to different companies and work with all these companies. And he's always moved around to different countries and shit, but he's never really appreciated. But then he got transported to the Isekai land, and the Demon Lord was like, I need your skills at business acquisition to build my demon army. I need your ways of conducting business in order to bring order to my demon army. And so it's kind of goofy, but like I just fuck with that concept, and I like how he's able to just negotiate his way into some bullshit. So I fuck with that. Another one is Fruit Master. I'm just calling Fruit Master, but pretty much, you know, like in One Piece where they eat the fruit and get powers. So it's pretty much like that. But if you eat 2 fruits, you die. And so his first fruit he ate was Fruit Master, which means he's just good at growing fruit, not vegetables, not all growing shit, just fruit. He's good at just growing fruit. And then he ate the power fruit again. He ate the gum fruit again, and he got another power card, Sword God. And now he's an adventurer. But pretty much, if anybody else ate 2 fruits, they would die. But he's special. He's Fruit Master. He got the sauce type shit. So that's what that's about. Real interesting. I recommend it. This one is called Possibly the Strongest Alchemist of All Time. Another reincarnated, but he got reincarnated on accident. He was not the chosen one. He was just got caught up in the, people get caught up in the summoning. He got caught up in the summoning, and now he's in the isekai world. But his powers have to do with like alchemy and like making shit. And so now the goddess put him like a year before the actual reincarnates come. So he's also a year ahead of when actual reincarnated people come, so that he just gets to operate without them existing. So that's kind of interesting. I recommend it. This one is called Beheneko, which pretty much he's a behemoth, but as a baby he looks like a cat, and then he's raised by this elf bitch with big titties, and that's pretty much the whole synopsis. It is what it is. It's Mind in the Gutter anime. It's real Mind in the Gutter, but he's a cute little cat, and he's in the fantasy land, and that's that. Again, more Blue Exorcist. Again, there's more. It's not stopping. When I tell you, you need to catch up to Blue Exorcist and get right. There's more Blue Exorcists. They are not stopping, and they're gonna keep giving you more Blue Exorcists. So, Unnamed Memory has season 2. Haven't watched it. If you watch it, cool. And that concludes the main. And there's another one where it's like this guy is reincarnated as some noble with magic powers, and then it's kind of interesting, but I'm watching to see where it goes. This one right here, this is funny as hell. It's a slice of life about this guy who is a regular salary guy who's about to get murdered, and then some samurai bitch comes and saves him from some demons, and in exchange the samurai bitch lives with him. But when the ninja shorty lives with him, she's an otaku. She's a neat. She don't go outside. So that's the dynamic. He goes working. He come home, give her some games and some food. But then when some demons come, she slay the demon. She gets all serious. She takes off the little jacket of her being an incel, a femcel, and she goes and handles business. So that's her. That's her. It's a real interesting dynamic. We'll see how it goes from there. And then this is an anime I'm interested in watching, but I haven't watched yet. It's called From Bureaucrat to Villainous. Dad's been reincarnated. It's a 40-year-old nigga got reincarnated as some villainous shorty in some game that his daughter played, and we'll see how that unravels. I haven't watched it, but I plan on watching it. It sounds interesting, so that's why I'm saying it sounds neat. So that concludes the winter anime I'm gonna be watching. If any other standouts stick out to me, I'll report them here on Toon TV. Some interesting ones I might get into is this Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. So a lot of these Power Ranger animes been coming out, like Go Loser Ranger, Red Ranger, all these, they've been interesting to me. I like them, so I'm gonna keep watching them as this new thing. So that's what I like. And then if we're moving forward to spring 2025, this will come out probably in April and shit. Windbreaker season 2. Some people like Windbreaker. We have Fire Force season 3. A lot of people like Fire Force. So I'm not a Fire Force fan, like that, but homie is. So I've got to shout that out. And then My Hero Academia Vigilante, so pretty much spin off of My Hero. Go Loser Ranger season 2. And that's it on that. Let me see if there's any other exceptions. No, that's it on that. And then the summer of 2025, we're getting Kaiju number 8 season 2. We're getting Dan to Dan season 2. We're getting Sakamoto Days season 2. So that's what the summer has in store for you. So yeah, a lot pretty decent year this year. There's another sleeper, which is this one. They don't have I can't pronounce this, but I'm gonna just say Mizu. This guy gets reincarnated as a water mage, and he's real OD as a water mage. Niggas a problem. This nigga is a problem. Like, niggas can't handle him. So that's gonna be hard in July 2025. Looking forward to that. It's another one in spring 2025. If I could find it. Black Butler, another season of Black Butler. If you're into Black Butler, you will not be disappointed. And let me see. Oh yeah, Bye Bye Earth season 2. I like Bye Bye Earth season 1. If you like Bye Bye Earth, I highly recommend. And this one, I can't say the name, but I think it's pretty much reincarnated as the emperor of a galactic empire. It's a guy who got reincarnated. He had a shitty life, and then get reincarnated as a noble in this house. But it's a mix of like sci-fi and fantasy, in the sense of the sci-fi part is it's an intergalactic empire. This nigga is some count of like a solar system, essentially. Like, I don't just run a planet. I run multiple solar systems, like multiple planets under me, and I, collect taxes and all that shit. And so his parents fucked up the domain, and he's one of those people who thinks he's being evil, but he's actually doing good. But in his mind, he's doing evil. So he pretty much is fixing all the problems in his domain. But also there's Gundam. Okay, that's another sci-fi element. There's Gundam. So you see this in the background. He also pilots a Gundam. He also is a samurai. And he also
everything.
Yeah, he also low-key knows magic, but it's not the magic. There's no niggas weaving magic spells. It's kind of like magic in the sense of like he can cut through like ghosts and shit like that, like cut through like whatever other, because there's this evil god that's torturing him, but like whenever he enjoys his life, the god gets weaker. When he has a miserable life, the god gets stronger. So in his past life, the god was torturing him and the god was strong, and then he reincarnated him thinking he was going to get a better life, and he is getting a better life, but the god is like plotting against him. That's really the villain is the god. So that's the dynamic of that. I read this book too. It's really good. It's going to come in April. I'm really excited for that one. And so yeah, that wraps up the anime. What are anime that you enjoyed watching last year, and what are you enjoying? What are you looking forward to coming out this year?
Anime I enjoyed watching this year.
Last year.
Free Run was good. Oh,
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah, Free Run was
Free
good,
Run, Beyond Journey. I'm surprised that didn't come up. Yeah, Beyond Journey's in. That was good. I was about to say one of the top ones for me. Yeah, because I finished that one. Now that one, the end on that was really good.
Yo, did I not mention that? Oh, I did mention
No,
it.
you didn't. I think I saw the picture, but I didn't think you mentioned that. Yeah.
Maybe because
But Free Run.
it came out the year before. Yeah, that's why.
Did
It came out in fall 2023, and then it continued. That's what happened. All right, boom. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, so shout out to Beyond Journey's End though. Hey, that's one of them ones. I'm gonna recommend that outside of the fact. But yeah, you can keep going. What else did you like?
Oh yeah, Beyond Journey's in. The ones I'm naming, I'm not sure if they came out in the last couple of years or so like that, but it's like Migi and Dolly was another one.
Yeah,
that
Migi
was
and Dolly.
dope.
That was dope.
The ending on that one was like tear jerking. I'll say that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, not gonna spoil it. But
Yeah.
watch it.
You know what I'm saying? Another one, For Your Eternity. That was good. I was getting recommended that one for a while, so I was just, when I got a chance to catch that one, that was
Cheer Eternity.
Tear Journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say Tear Journey, not Tear Journey, because first episode already had you, and then they just kept piling on and piling on. So that was
well,
good.
yeah, Tear Your Eternity. That was a great show. Recommend anybody watching it. What else?
Parasite the Grey. That was a good one as far as like anime, like live action adaptations. That was a good one because some of them been kind of like dragging a little bit, but that one was pretty good. The One Piece live action, awesome. I'll say that hands down. And any other anime I've been catching lately? Well, you already named all the other ones, like Wisteria. That was cold. You know what I'm saying? I think every other ones I have in mind, you're pretty much already named. Those pretty good. And ones that I'm looking forward to seeing, of course. And Don too. Don was pretty much one of the another one. Yeah. I've been watching that one. That was pretty straight. And but the one I'm looking forward to coming up, the only one I've been looking forward to coming up was Sakamoto Days. That's the only one. I'm saying. Yo, some people been talking a little bit crazy about the preview trailer to come out, but I saw it and I was like, that one is cold. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. It's like unless you read the manga, you don't know what, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know type shit. But yeah, so yeah, that's good. I'm recommending some oldies now in case you haven't in case if you're an anime fan, you don't have anything to currently watch, you want to go back in the vault. I recommend you watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes. That's what I'm currently watching. Or Jinga Iyo Dentetsu. I don't know. I can't say. I don't speak Japanese. I don't know. But yeah, Legend of the Galactic Heroes is cool. It takes place in in space. There's a galactic empire and an alliance, and they're at war. And it pretty much is a whole bunch of characters, and it's about politics and stuff. And it pretty much is like almost like a history of this like space universe fight. And it's kind of given like Star Wars, but without Jedi. It's like Star Wars without Jedi and no magic. It's like niggas just fighting in space with spaceships. There are Death Stars, like the equivalent of Death Stars. There is lives, millions and millions of lives at stake. They often debate between democracy versus autocracy. That's like the main themes of it. Is like what's better, a bad democracy or a very well-run dictatorship? Which is better? So it very much the main guy is Reinhard Lohengrin. That's the Bond guy, and he's like a super general. He's like a 20-year-old super like Lelouch on crack. Like he took over the government. Like Lelouch failed. He took over, then got killed right after. No, this nigga took power and is that nigga. I am the empire. I am the emperor now. I am the captain now. And then he's trying to take over the alliance, the Free Plants Alliance, which is a democracy, and the good general is called Yang Wen Li, and he's kind of like them laid back characters that be a bum, but is good at one thing. He's good at being a general, and he's a bum. He sucks at everything else in life, but he gets up, he squads up for going to war. And it's not even like the back and forth is always like a cat and mouse game. Like, oh, he's about to win. The Reinhardt's about to win, and then Yang Wen Li does some little finesse shit, and then he gets away, and he's like, I was about to win, but this nigga keeps getting in my way.
It was like I would have got away with it too, wasn't for you meddling kid.
Yeah, and Yang Wen Li is the meddling kid, and the back and forth is real entertaining to watch. It's kind of like an extended game of chess, like multiple chess matches building onto each other, and that's why I like it. But it's real old though, so if you don't like old animation style, that might not be for you. But it was made in the 80s, and it came out between like the 80s and I guess published between 82 and 87, and the book was based off novels that came out from 82 to 87, and then the anime came out between like 88 to 97. But it looked like it was like all made in the 80s though. But it's real cool. I like the soundtrack. Amazing soundtrack. I put that up there with the Star Wars, Star Trek soundtrack, one elite soundtrack. So yeah, I highly recommend. Do you have any oldies you want to recommend?
Any oldies? The only ones that I can recommend right now that I've been kind of like rewatching myself would be like Inuyasha. If anybody ain't caught into that or you got to the end of that and everything, because the build up on it was pretty crazy. I'm not too sure about like the new one came out after that, about
yeah.
kids and everything.
They have the
Yeah.
kids, and yeah. I'm out the loop on that yet.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that one. From the stuff that I've seen, it's all right, but it doesn't really too much appeal on my end. The Hunter x Hunter, the '90s one, that was
There's a
pretty
90s
good.
Hunter x Hunter? I know there was a 90s Hunter.
Yeah, I'm saying, the one that we've been watching is pretty much like a 2010s adaptation.
So old school Hunter x Hunter.
And One Piece. I just say that for those who ain't got.
Yeah. If you have nothing, hey, bro, if you have nothing to watch, One Piece will never fail you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I think Ice Speed is about to watch all of One Piece or something. So
you got some. Yeah, if you can't get into it 100% as far as like the show wise, they got a whole bunch of
recaps,
collected together movies, recaps, and then not to mention the people on YouTube. They do a great job of telling you about the fight scenes piece by piece.
Yep. All right, then. That is all I have for y'all. Any ending statement you would like to give?
I just like to appreciate you for having me. Great conversation. Love the politics and especially love the anime put on too, because I'm definitely about to load up my list.
Hell yeah. All right. And you said sorry, I thought I tried to find your tape. I want to make sure everybody got to it. It's on Bandcamp. You can cop it on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Shout out to Norm 3EP is on Bandcamp. Support local artists. Recommend everybody do so. I'm on streaming. I will be uploading on Bandcamp soon, and more tunes are coming along the way from me and to you. I'd like to thank Keontae Norm for being a part of this broadcast, and thank y'all for tuning in to Tune TV. I'll be live on Saturdays from now, and then also we'll be streaming, be making beats and doing stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everybody for having a good day, and hope you have a lovely day as well.
All right, Chad.
All right, then. I'll see y'all.
Yes.